What's up, brother? What up, everybody? Good morning, good day, what it do? What the crappers? There we go. That's better. All right, man. What's going on? Happy Friday, happy Friday. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. My allergies are totally out of whack, man. It's that time of the year, though, so it'll be all right. We'll figure it out. It'll be okay, man. Hope everybody's doing well. We got video gaming news coming up for May 31st, dude. It's almost June. It's almost June. We know what that means. That means the rest of the showcases are on their way, man. We had the PlayStation Showcase last night. We watched it get together for everybody that was not here. We watched it. It was all right. I mean, I wasn't expecting a whole lot. Just don't breathe the pollen. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I forgot my air hole filters. I forgot to be wearing my air hole filters for the pollen. Skill issue, dude. Skill issue. Yeah. So we got to watch that. I'm sure we'll recap it this morning in the news. There were some things expected, like God of War coming to PC, Ragnarok. Things that didn't hit, I was kind of expecting PS5 Pro, something about PS5 Pro. That didn't hit. So I would expect we'll probably get some kind of dedicated announcement about that sometime later this summer or maybe early fall, something like that. If they're really planning on releasing it this winter. But we'll recap all that. We'll also probably, I'm sure, come across the Silent Hill stuff that popped off last night afterwards. I didn't stay live for that. It was quite a long stream for me already. So I wasn't expecting a lot, to be honest. I mean, you know, everything I've experienced and seen from Bloober in the past doesn't give me a lot of hope for what is coming from Silent Hill. I feel like there were better companies that probably could have handled that game. I hope it's good, but I just have my reservations. I already heard from Vault last night that maybe the Silent Hill stuff didn't look too good. And, you know, consider me, you know, not really surprised. I want it to be good for all the fans of that series, but we'll see what we can summarize today and take out of what we can find that was in the showcase yesterday, you know what I mean? So we'll see. And we'll play Ghost of Tsushima for a little bit today. It might be a shorter stream, dude. I might end around lunchtime today because we went long yesterday, and I'm gonna, I think, try to do some stuff with my kids this afternoon. My kids are out of school. You know, they're just gonna be hanging around doing a bunch of nothing, and I might take this afternoon to take them to lunch and maybe do some things with the kiddos, since I haven't really done a whole lot of that here recently. So just focus on them this afternoon. But we'll still do like a 6-7 hour stream, something like that. You know what I mean? It won't be super short. So on that note, man, let's do what we do. Let's go ahead and dive into video gaming news for today, May 31st. And that way we can work our way towards Ghost of Tsushima. Cool, let's do it. Let's go, baby. Man, we're jamming this morning, aren't we? Pink, you working, dude? I'm guessing, right? Is work going okay, dude? Astrobot, so this says Astrobot and Concord bookend PlayStation State of Play showcase. I'll tell you what, I was not impressed with what I saw out of Concord. Oh, not like this, dog. I'm sorry, brother. Jesus, dude. So Astrobot looked amazing. I thought Astrobot looked great, dude. And we all kind of were expecting, that was one of those games we were expecting to see was Astrobot, right? We had heard rumors that Astrobot was coming to us, a new Astrobot game, which is awesome because people loved the first Astrobot, right? And this one looks really good, dude. I felt like the trailer, what they were showing off, it was gameplay. The gameplay looked really fun. It was vibrant. It looked like it's going to be a fun game. I'm really excited about Astrobot, dude. Concord, on the other hand. Concord looks like a clone. What's up, Davey? How you doing, buddy? Concord looks like a clone of the same thing that so many other companies are trying to do right now, which is capture the magic of what Overwatch has done well. You know? So, I don't know. It looked, I think Pinky will agree, it looked clunky. It looked slow. And that doesn't necessarily mean the gameplay will be bad. But I think more often than not anymore, when people play a shooting game, especially an FPS game, they expect it to have some kind of rapid pacing to it. And it just looked chunky. It looked like the pacing was really slow in it. And ultimately, I think that trying to stand out in that genre of game right now, the whole like 5v5, 6v6, Overwatch-esque kind of genre of game, good luck, dude. I just don't know. I mean, it seems like so many people are just trying to emulate what Overwatch has done, and nobody's really taking Overwatch down. Not that Overwatch is doing fantastic, but trying to capture what Overwatch has done, it's not like a lot of them have been able to do it well. It's weird, and they keep trying. So we'll see what comes of Concord. I wasn't blown away by it, though, honestly. I was kind of, actually, it looked very subpar to me. But we'll summarize the PlayStation Showcase from last night for anybody that didn't get to see it. Excuse me? What was that? That was weird. That was weird, man. All right. Yeah, Astrobot on PS5 on September 6th. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are really happy about that. What was God of War like? September 16th. God of War Ragnarok coming to PC on September 16th. I'm sure we'll cover that whenever we IGN Live. Yeah, I'll be passing on that one. If we don't come across an article that really summarizes the PlayStation and Silent Hill showcases, I'll look them up myself. Looks like Netflix has a new Minecraft show coming. For all the Minecraft fans out there. Jesus. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's go. Next. Yeah, Christoph Gans, again, is supposed to be working on a follow-up to the first Silent Hill. Apparently, you know, Christoph Gans was that's the director of the first Silent Hill movie, which is what they're talking about right here. And that first Silent Hill movie was so flipping good, dude. I love it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yay for Friday. That's right, dude. TGIF, brother. That's right. I loved this Silent Hill movie. It was very well done, in my opinion. I think it still holds up. And the second Silent Hill movie was an absolute dumpster fire. It was terrible. I was so destroyed by the fact that the first one was so good, and then I got hyped about the second one, and it was so bad. But, you know, Christoph Gans didn't do the second movie, and apparently he has been tabbed and agreed to do another Silent Hill movie, which hopefully will be much more in line with how good the first one was. Really excited about that. We'll pull this up. Silent Hill 2 remake release date announced during well, no, that's the state of play stuff. We want the actual Silent Hill showcase from last night. More video games should let you go skinny dipping. A lot of them already do. Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake will release in 2025. It is claimed. That's another Konami game. Here we go. The Verge has PlayStation State of Play's biggest news and trailers. So we'll pull that up. That'll be our summary. We watched it live last night, but for anybody that didn't get to catch it, it's important to cover it for our news segment, right? So we'll do that. We talked about this yesterday. Yeah, so Marvel Rivals was showcased in the PlayStation State of Play. I think that is, in and of itself, it's a pretty telltale sign of how lacking maybe Sony really was for content for this summer showcase of theirs. Because Marvel Rivals is, something coming to all platforms. It's NetEase. It's not like this is it's not proprietary. It's not a limited time exclusive for their console or anything. This is just NetEase having a multi-platform release title that got into their showcase, And so, not that that's like totally unheard of, but I think that it just goes to show that they didn't have a whole lot this year to go off of for exclusives or proprietary titles, things like that. The Marvel Rivals thing is a weird situation, I think. Again, we're talking about another Overwatch-esque game, right? So just like Concord, they showcased last night Concord and Marvel Rivals, which are both of the same genre. 6v6, FPS. Well, I guess Marvel Rivals would be more of a third-person type of jam, but it's very similar. The thing with Marvel Rivals, and I think people need to be careful here, is this is NetEase. We already have talked about the fact that NetEase has basically, anybody that got in on the beta, they tried to prevent people from saying anything negative about the game. And they didn't want anybody criticizing the game at all. Like, come on, dude. I'll tell you this right now. If a company cannot look or take criticism, constructive criticism, right? You should be able to take feedback and criticism and look at it constructively and go, is this legit good criticism? And utilize it to maybe make your product better. You have to discern, because there's always going to be criticism that's unwarranted, and then there's going to be criticism that's good criticism that your player base is providing you on a pretty consistent basis that you should take to heart and you need to learn from, and you need to really utilize to implement changes to your game to make it better. And you're talking about a company that doesn't want to hear it. They don't care what the player base says. They don't care what the fans think. They don't care what the players think. And when you're talking about a company that does not care, I don't think you can expect much. Right? So I think when you're talking about, even though the premise of this game I think is pretty neat, and of course it's going to bring in players because it's Marvel's universe, the potential for it to be pretty bad is there because it's NetEase. And of course, NetEase doesn't want to hear any feedback. They only want people talking good. They don't want to hear anything bad. That's a terrible, terrible look, man. I'm sorry. You know? But you got to be careful with Marvel Rivals. You're really going to have to be careful with this. I hope it's good, but be careful. The final shape requires a 300 gigabyte preload on PC. Jesus. We read yesterday, thanks, shout out to Ferret. We read yesterday that the final shape leaked early. I mean, was playable early, not leaked, like information-wise. People were playing it. They had to, on PC, completely nuke the servers for Destiny 2 so that people couldn't be playing it anymore. And we talked yesterday about, like, was it a publicity stunt or was it legit just, you know, that intern's fired? You know what I mean? Well, we don't know. We probably won't ever know. But Bungie definitely needs this to do well. That's a lot of flipping space, boy. 300 gigs. That's another thing that I don't think we saw in the PlayStation Showcase yesterday that I expected. You know? No, I don't think so. But I'll accept it. What's up, Vault? What up, dude? That's funny, dude. What's going on, brother? So I was expecting to see, because I mean, obviously Bungie is owned by Sony, right? And I was expecting some final shape stuff. I was expecting some marathon stuff. I didn't see any of that in the showcase yesterday, right? 99% sure? We'll have to look into that 1%, dog. We'll have to look into that 1%. Yeah. 1% of the time, you're wrong every time. Actually, probably, possibly third. That's funny, brother. How you doing this morning, man? Skill issue. Yeah, there it is. Pinky's got you. Happy Friday, dude. What's going on, man? No, but did you see my reply to your post in Discord last night? No, I didn't watch Silent Hill last night. I look, I mean, this is what I was saying before the showcase even happened, right? Hold on, just a second. Voltime win. Yeah, there you go, dude. Yeah, so, you know, the whole Silent Hill thing is, I've not expected a whole lot out of Silent Hill the whole time. I hope it's good, but I'm not expecting much. Bloober is not a company that's ever shown me anything fantastic. I literally played Layers of Fear. I was going to play Layers of Fear 1 and 2 last year, which are, you know, games developed by them. I was going to play them last Scaretober. I got through Layers of Fear 1 and was like, there's no way I'm playing the second one. There's no way. The first one was terrible. I thought it was horrendous, actually. I thought it was so boring. Yeah, you saw it? Yeah. Oh, look at that streak, dude. Nice.
We're good, streaky! Yes!
Yeah! Nice. Yeah. So, I mean, consider me not surprised. But we're gonna recap it this morning, dude. Yeah. So I was kind of like, I saw it before I went to sleep last night. I saw your message and I was like, yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, you can fill me in if you want, dude. Fill me in. I'm gonna pull it up. I already talked about it this morning. We're gonna recap the PlayStation State of Play, and we're gonna recap the Silent Hill showcase. So we'll see it, but I mean, give me your interpretation, your feedback on it, dude. Intercept Games begins layoffs despite Take-Two comments, unfortunately. Dude, Soup was so psyched about this game last night. Infinity Nikki, dude. So psyched. I'm actually gonna pull this up and compare this with this. Make sure we have all the showcases announced right now. Hey, look at that puppet right there. Look at that Muppet puppet, dude. Jeff Keighley. I'm so flipping over that fool. If you watch it, you'll understand. That's kind of what I figured. And I haven't seen it yet, but we'll watch it this morning. I mean, we won't watch the entire showcase. That's the thing. I'm gonna recap it. I'm gonna find a summary website, and we're gonna summarize it. So if there's anything that we don't necessarily catch that you feel like is important for us to note or whatever, then by all means, I mean, you know, let us know. Is that what it was? It was just a trailer and done? Okay. Yeah, I'll pull it up then. I figured that there would be trailer stuff too, but I wasn't sure how it went down. Yeah, we'll cover the Monster Hunter Wild stuff. It looked pretty good, dude. Talking. Yeah, I won't go for the talking stuff. We'll watch the trailer though. Monster Hunter Wilds looks pretty decent. I'm just afraid of, like I said, you know, Pinky and I were talking about this last night during the State of Play. Like, Monster Hunter World was fun, but it was just so repetitive. You know? It just got so repetitive, it got real old real quick, I felt like. I don't know, I put probably like 30 hours in, something like that, and was like, you know, you're just doing the same thing in a different place or against a different monster or whatever. So I wonder if they're finding ways to make like something like Monster Hunter Wilds less repetitive, less bland. For people that felt like me and Pinky anyways, though, I guess. We've already got summary up for that. What is happening, dude? Page 4. Brother. Is Google that jacked today? Like, look, page 4. Okay, thank you. Jesus Christ. I've had that happen multiple times this morning. Am I being hacked? Yeah, apparently there's a new animated series coming on regarding Minecraft. I think this is what this is talking about. Yep. Netflix is doing a new animated series on Minecraft. Where the Winds Meet looks like it could be solid. And I hadn't really ever seen anything about that. Dude, Soup called that out real quick yesterday. Thanks, brother. Yeah, you got me, right? Megabit announces Grit and Valor. A real-time tactics
Hackerman.
roguelike.
He's the most powerful hacker of all time.
There it is. Thanks, Vault. Destiny 2's next big crossover feature is a classic Dungeons and Dragons gear. Ferret was talking about this yesterday. Let's take a quick look at that. That's wild. So is this just what we need to watch? Vault is the Silent Hill 2 release date trailer. I thought this was part of the showcase, the PlayStation showcase though, right? I'm gonna look up the Silent Hill showcase recap and we'll see what we get out of that. Yeah, dude, I'm probably not gonna get to play Ragnarok until next year, guys. I don't think that's, I mean, as much as I want to play Ragnarok, it's releasing at a very bad time for us. September is going to be chocked full of Lethal Company and Lies of P, it looks like. And then October, obviously, is going to be Scaretober, as we always do. And then November and December, we're playing RDR2, man. So, I'm probably not going to be able to play God of War Ragnarok until 2025. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when does Path of Exile 2 Early Access start? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Dude, I think we're going to get some peeps in on playing some Path of Exile 2. Pinky, you going to play some Path of Exile 2, brother? I know that Ferret's going to play. We've got an amount of people that dig those kinds of games. Syke might play. He's been into the Diablo stuff, so he might be into playing some Path of Exile. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm really jacked about Path of Exile 2. I don't think that works as well, dude. More like Path of Dookie, am I right? Jesus. Oh my god, dude. Jesus. Oh, that's funny. Dang. Oh, brother. Dude, I still can't. That flipping clip, dog. I was losing it. You were just so legit about it, dog. I was like, there's no way, dude. That's so funny, dude. Yeah, look, man. I mean, I know people enjoy the Dynasty Warriors games. I've dabbled in them in the past. But this is a Tecmo game, man. And I think people need to be very, very careful about Tecmo right now. Tecmo has been quite atrocious. Their releases, their games, over the past few years have been pretty poor on release. A lot of unfinished stuff, you know, very unpolished. It's just, I think, warrants people being very, very hesitant about Tecmo games right now in the industry. Oh, the Ubisoft Forward events got announced. I don't think that was already, was that in the schedule we had been looking at? That's not what I wanted. Sir, did they get it in here yet? They did. They got the times in. June 10th, huh? Okay. So all we're really waiting on right now, it looks like for the most part anyways, is Nintendo. Okay, cool. So we don't need that. But we will take a look at these and make sure we've got all those dates. Obviously, the Ubisoft will feature things like Star Wars, their new Star Wars game, right? Any, the 15 Assassin's Creed games that they have in development right now. They'll probably announce. I think you'll expect some Far Cry stuff. There's been leaks right now that Cillian Murphy is the new villain for Far Cry, so maybe we'll get something official on that front. They'll probably have X-Defiant news in there, you know, things of that nature, right? So if you keep up with Ubi, you know what kind of stuff they're prominently working on and developing, and you'll expect a lot of that kind of stuff. And we'll see what else we get. We'll watch it. Bro, we're jamming. Okay, hold on. Let's look at is that what it was called? Silent Hill Transmission? Really? Dude, my browser's just being wonky today. This is probably it. Let me look at this real quick. What up, Reject? What's going on, brother? Yeah, this is gonna cover it. Following the state of play, Konami held its own Silent Hill transmission. So we'll look at this. We'll look at this, okay? And we'll just cover all this stuff for today. That's 5 pages worth of searching. We'll summarize the Silent Hill transmission, stuff that happened after the state of play, Sony state of play. Let's do it like that. Let's do it like that. Brothers. Happy Friday, brothers. Jesus Christ. What's going on, everybody? Let's do this. It's time for the news. We'll start off with the Silent Hill 2 stuff. Vault was unimpressed. I'm not surprised. I wasn't expecting a lot. It's Bloober, dude. I said this previously, like, you know, probably towards the end of last year. I was like, I don't understand how Bloober is getting tabbed for these big projects like this. I've never seen them do anything really all that impressive. So to see them get tabbed to do things like this is weird to me. I just don't understand why. Maybe the price is right. What's this, Doc? Yeah. I think they've... Yeah, it's in here. It's in here, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I think this is actually the... No, that's the 150. Okay. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Yeah, we'll watch that. We'll watch after they talk about the movie. Oh, wait. Okay. We'll get into it. Let's read this. Let's read this. All right. So, thanks, Vault. I appreciate it. So, I've got the full thing right here, the transmission. Yeah, so from what'd you say? 10-minute mark. That's where this starts as well. 10:50. So to the 25 mark. We'll watch all that, okay? Thanks, buddy. Silent Hill 2 remake gets an October release date and 13 minutes of tense gameplay. So we're going streaking. Oh! Nice reject. Love it, brother. After the state of play last night, there was a Silent Hill transmission showcase. Yeah, I kind of figured I was trying to beat you to it. So, I didn't stay live for it last night because I was already at like 12 hours last night, and I wasn't expecting much out of this anyways. You know, it wasn't a big hype for me. I hope this game's good, but I'm not expecting very much. You know. Yeah, okay, Vault. Yeah, okay. That threw me off for a second. I was like, oh, they're talking about the new movie? So, we'll see. We'll watch this. Let's read this, and then we'll watch this, and we'll get some impressions here. Excuse me. When will fans finally be able to get their hands on the Silent Hill 2 remake? Feels like the project has been close to release for some time now, yet info has been hard to come by, to the point even remake developer Bloober team has seemed frustrated by the situation. So we've been expecting the fact that this game would release sometime around Halloween this year, prior to Halloween. I think it's got an October 8th release date now, so we were kind of on the mark for that. I mean, that's not like a surprise to anybody, I don't think. Thankfully, today, during Sony's latest State of Play showcase, we got a fresh peek at the new Silent Hill 2, and more importantly, a spooky October release date. Check out the trailer for yourself below. We're not going to watch the trailer, but we will watch this gameplay stuff down here. You were whelmed. Nice. Random mode. Let's go. Uh-oh. Reject got ferret, dude. Take a look. Hey, guys. Yo, we're looking for either brain slug or, and what's up, Psych? How you doing, buddy? Happy Friday. Or, hey, guys. Let's go. So, following the State of Play, which we did watch live, Konami held its own Silent Hill transmission showcase, during which they shared a meaty 13-minute plus chunk of the new Silent Hill 2 in action. I have a feeling the footage may be a bit divisive, as it's not up to the visual standards of, say, recent Resident Evil games, and there do seem to be some performance issues. That said, the tension is definitely laid on thick. The tone is right, and I'll admit the footage made me jump a few times. Did it? The transmission showcase can be found below and has been queued up to the beginning of the Silent Hill 2 footage. Stick around after the Silent Hill 2 gameplay for a promising sneak peek at the Return to Silent Hill movie. Ooh! Which looks to be sticking pretty close to the source material, coming together fairly well. Ooh. See, I am excited about that. Talked about that. Let's watch this. I'm not expecting much out of this, dude. I haven't been the whole time. I want this game to be good for the fans of Silent Hill 2. It's an iconic game, you know? And it's going to feel really bad if Silent Hill, 2 remake is terrible. I just don't understand why Bloober was tabbed to do this. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but hopefully they do it well. Let's see what we got here, man. For reals, dude. Yeah, agreed. Nice ball. Perfect flip and random mode, dude. That's flipping perfect, place. Dog. Jesus.
What could she mean? This whole town was our special place.
You promised you'd take me there again someday. But you never did.
Yeah, I mean, it looks dated. Agreed, Psych. Wasn't that perfect, dude? I mean, you guys know how I feel, though. I don't need something to look...
The name on the envelope said Mary. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago.
of the highest graphical fidelity as long as it plays well. As long as the game mechanics are good, it plays very well, you know, I'll be okay with it. But this does look quite dated.
What is this?
The frame rate is literally terrible.
Wait.
Like, real bad. It's always hard for me to determine whether this is an issue of the frame rate of the way the game was played or it being converted to a trailer, you know, to a video. Yeah, climb in there, brother. The ending of every horror story? Jesus Christ. Yeah. It's hard to tell sometimes. But I'll tell you what, the frames, it's chunky, dude. It feels chunky, man. Like me. It's VR. Very nice. Yeah, for sure. Jesus, dude, are those 9-inch nails? Yeah, this looks really bad, by the way. This looks terrible. Oh my god. Thanks, brother. Oh, dude. I can always count on you, dude. Well played, sir. What's in the shaker? Cake? Check. Yeah, no doubt, dude. Yeah, this does not look very good, dude. Wait, why was that just... Well, that's weird. Okay.
Where are you, Mary?
Yo, I'll tell you who should have made this game. You want to know who should have made this game? Tango. Remember that development company that Microsoft used to have that made pretty solid horror games like The Evil Within, Ghostwire Tokyo, and now they're not even a company anymore? Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, you gotta pay for the microtransaction to get the 60 frame trailer. Yeah, my bad. I'll try to remember that next time. I really do. I think Tango could have just crushed this, dude.
You didn't love Mary anyway.
What? Hey, wait! How do you know her name?
I still can't believe that Tango got shut down, dude. That's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Microsoft is just so dumb.
I don't know. Let's look around.
That outfit! No, I'm playing. Scariest thing I've seen so far.
This place feels so empty. More than the other places we've been.
Dude, I don't think this jank is from the video, to be honest with you. The frame rate is so bad. It's like panning, dude. Clean like my room. That's funny, dude. I don't think it's because of the conversion to video, dude. I really don't think so. Yeah, I do think it's the engine and animation. Yeah, the frame and the panning and stuff is really weird.
Laura, wait!
It's okay. We don't want to hurt you.
Did you guys know that that little girl ends up becoming Laura Croft?
God damn it. Now, where is that girl?
Oh yeah, yeah. Shoot her in the stomach. Oh, that looks really cool. Did you guys see the pipe going all the way inside the model of the enemy? That's great. What year is it? 2024, right? Pretty sure. Somebody's a junkie. That bear is. Ooh, nice shotty, dude. Be reals though, addiction sucks, dude. It's terrible for people. Addiction's a rough thing. I'm not trying to joke about that. Bro, this gameplay drives me nuts, by the way. The fact that like this person playing the game is just walking everywhere and not looking anywhere. He's just going straight through this, not looking at any like you'll come to like a crossroad intersection, you know what I mean? He'll just walk straight through it. He won't look down the other hallways or anything, you know what I mean? He just goes straight through it. You know, and it's driving me crazy, dude. What the what? Like 5 minutes away from oxygen. It's true. Yeah. Some addictions are necessary, and some are also, you know. There are some that are, you know, it could be worse, right? Like, hey man, I'd rather be addicted to oxygen than some other things, you know what I'm saying? You're doing all right.
Laura, why do you keep running away from me? And how do you know about Mary?
Mary's my friend.
We met at the hospital last year.
Stop lying. Laura, I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
Fine, don't believe me. See if I care.
Hey!
Let go.
Sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
Look, just stay with me, okay? This is no place for a kid.
Fine. But there's something I gotta get.
Laura,
It's important.
what is it?
A letter. For Mary.
What?
I hid it. In there.
Please tell me there's gonna be some Pyramid Head in here, dude.
You sure this is where you left it?
It's in the back. Behind an old pipe.
Okay, wait here. Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Do ya?
Let me out of here, you little brat!
In your dreams, fart face.
Please open the door. There's something in here.
Sure there is. A big lying fart face. See ya, fart face!
Laura! Laura!
Yeah. So pre-orders for Silent Hill 2 Remake are now open. Those who put their money down getting a Mirror of the Dog mask. Ooh, also be an $80 deluxe edition. Includes digital art book, soundtrack, Pyramid Head mask, and wouldn't you know it, 2 days of early access. So you can be the ones that get baited into telling everybody else how bad this game's going to be before its full release, right? Perfect. Yeah. Look, man. I'm not impressed. I wasn't expecting to be either, which is why I didn't really care to stay live for that last night. Unfortunately, I'm afraid that this is, it does look like Dookie, dude. I agree. I think it looks very, very bad. I'm hoping my initial impressions here are wrong, because I want this game to be good. This is an iconic horror game, dude. Yeah, Peepo Poo Poo for reals. This is an iconic horror game, and there's so many people that are fans of this game that I want it to be good for them, for us. And the closer we get, the more we find out about this game, the less hopeful I am that that's the fact, unfortunately. So, especially after seeing this, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff in there that was just pretty lackluster. I don't know. It didn't look great, dude. It didn't look great. I am definitely not planning on playing this on release. There's no way. I'll wait and see what people are saying about this one. But what do you guys think? Let's see what else we got here. Megabit announces Grit and Valor 1949. New real-time tactics roguelite from developer Milky Tea. Battle with mechs, an alternative World War II diesel punk video game. Megabit, the new publishing arm launched by Ionic to support the company's first and third-party video game studios, today announced Grit and Valor 1949 from Liverpool-based developer Milky Tea. Grit and Valor 1949 will be released on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch next year. Let's take a look at this. Already better than Silent Hill 2, am I right? Sorry, terrible. Yo, hey, it's covering this up. Or hold on, dude. Are you flipping serious? There we go. There we go. Now we got
1949.
Oh,
World War II rages on. The Axis forces are almost upon us.
Bam, 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 bam.
Keep your wits about you.
A little bit loud, I apologize.
We're under fire from higher ground.
Grit and Valor. Cool. Wish list on Steam for a 2025 release if you're interested. Diesel Punk real-time tactics roguelike Grit and Valor set in an alternate reality Europe where World War II rages on and the evil Axis controls the continent. As the last hope to end this brutal conflict, players must join the resistance and escort an EMP device into the heart of enemy territory and destroy their mech production and communications headquarters, Machine Tower. Grid and Valor set across 4 distinct regions, each with unique gameplay mechanics, challenges, and a variety of randomly generated battlefields to overcome. Using their all-elite squad of mechs, players must protect the command vehicle and escort an EMP, like we just talked about. That's repetitive. Real-time tactical action. Players must configure their mech squad to fit each mission and think fast to survive. Utilizing the right powers, pilots, and upgrades after each successful run to ensure victory. Combined with roguelite replayability, no two playthroughs in Grit and Valor are the same, ensuring every battlefield is as deadly and unpredictable as the last. They've got links in here for the store or the Steam page and everything if you're interested. All right, interesting. There you go. Where's our dude at Ferret? Ferret was talking about this yesterday. Destiny 2 announces Dungeons and Dragons crossover. So their next big crossover features D&D. Over the last several months, the developers at Bungie have shown more than a passing interest in adding new crossovers to the game. Destiny 2. Players have seen everything from The Witcher to Ghostbusters content in their shooter. The move to a Fortnite approach to crossovers has been fun to see. It's continuing with the latest reveal. Bungie revealed that a new Dungeons & Dragons crossover is coming to Destiny 2. The collaboration comes to the game next week alongside the new Final Shape expansion. Safe to say the next week will be an exciting time for Destiny 2 fans. Let's watch this real quick. Oh, that's pretty sick. Displacer Beast. They've got the Illithid. Nice, dude. Oh, no way. Even a little Eye of the Beholder, dude. Oh, that's a pretty cool mashup, dude. I like this. This is pretty dope. No way, they've got a 20-sided die, dude. That's pretty cool, man. June 4th. That's neat, dude. Yeah, check that out. He's even got a liar back there, dude. That's cool. That was pretty neat, man. I like it. That's a pretty cool play by them. As you can see in the trailer above, the upcoming Destiny 2 Dungeons & Dragons crossover features Faerun-inspired armor ornaments for every class. That means Warlocks are getting the Flayer's Dominion set, Titans can pick up the Apex Draconic set, and Hunters can get the Spectral Displacer set. Of the three, the Flayer set is best looking in the author's eyes. You can't go wrong with any of them. On top of the character skins, players can pick up the Adventures Pack Bundle, which includes the Queen of Dragon ship, the Owlbear Chariot Sparrow, and the Eye Tyrant Ghost Shell. That's pretty cool, man. It's pretty neat. Good stuff. When? Here we go. This is what I'm talking about, dude. Who's coming with me, baby? When does Path of Exile 2 Early Access start? Whenever I've had a long day, I always find comfort in an ARPG. Look, man, I am like two of my favorite games of all time, Diablo 1, Diablo 2. Those games really cemented me into this notion of loving like the dungeon crawling ARPG hack and slash, looting type games. I love them, dude. Ever since I first played Diablo 1, I was hooked and sold. And Path of Exile 1 was the game that really gave me what I was missing out of Diablo 3. I played Diablo 3 on release. It wasn't really what I was expecting from an evolution standpoint. Personally, what I was expecting from Diablo 2 to Diablo 3. It didn't hit a lot of things I was looking for, but Path of Exile did. And I put a lot of time into Path of Exile 1, and I'm really excited about Path of Exile 2. So, here's what we know about the Path of Exile 2 Early Access. Unfortunately, we don't yet know the official release date for Path of Exile 2. We don't even know precisely when the early access period begins, besides sometime later this year. According to the PlayStation State of Play Showcase, which revealed additional gameplay including couch co-op in Path of Exile 2, we'll get our hands on the ARPG before the year is out. However, the exact date remains unknown to everyone outside of Grinding Gear Games. From leaks and reveals, and look, Grinding Gear Games has been talking about Path of Exile 2 to an extent for quite some time now. From leaks and reveals, Path of Exile 2 promises to be massive, especially compared to the first game. And look, the first game has become massive. I remember playing Path of Exile 1 in early access whenever there was barely 3 acts in it. And it has become huge. Not just, I think there's 10 acts in the game now. But beyond that, the amount of end game content is just staggering. It is very impressive. And honestly, so much it's hard to keep up with. So big, especially compared to the first game. It was so big that initially planned as an expansion to the first title, GGG decided to make it a standalone sequel. The second game features a total of 6 acts, 100 unique environments, over 600 monsters, and 100 boss fights. Bosses to fight across the massive campaign. All the while, you can play cooperative with up to 6 players in total, and there are 12 classes, so no one must double up. We will keep track. I didn't expect to get a whole lot of additional information on this right now, but couldn't not grab this article this morning. Here's the thing, like I talked about before, the rest of the year for us starting so some of the content that we know we're going to be playing. We're going to be playing the Sons of the Forest coming up pretty soon after finishing Ghost of Tsushima. We're going to be doing that as a community-based gameplay. We've got Lies of P and Lethal Company that are going to be played probably simultaneously through September. We've got Scaretober, full of horror games. And then November and December with Red Dead 2, right? And potentially what might happen is Path of Exile 2 might be getting played in conjunction with Red Dead 2 through the final 2 months of the year. Maybe as weekend gameplay with community members and stuff. Because I'm guessing at that point it'll be out in some capacity. At least probably close to that time. And I'm going to be playing it. I know there are other community members. I know Ferret's already told me he's interested. Anybody else that wants to play, we can just start doing weekend gameplay of Path of Exile 2 when it releases in, especially during the end of the year there, while we play our Red Dead 2 during those like weekdays or whatever. So we'll figure it out, but this is definitely getting played, and I would love to have community members play with me. Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake will release next year, it is claimed. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. A new rumor suggests that Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Remake is set to be released next year. The news comes from a reliable data miner and leaker, Bill Kuhn, who we hear a lot of stuff from on the constant, and is very reliable, who often obtains the majority of information via data mining the back end of websites. As he points out, the findings suggest that the announcement is likely to come soon, as he theorizes it could be within the next 10 days. Big surprise. It's summer showcase time, right? At the time of writing, that timing puts it firmly in line with the event surrounding Summer Games Fest, which kicks off on June 7th. However, Bill Kuhn does state that the reveal could be prior to the show and take place on June 6th. We'll see. It's said that the release date of the game is placeholdered at December 31st of next year, which would suggest obviously being released on the final day of next year, right? Oh, Jesus, dog. This is obviously a placeholder, right? This will change. Outlined by the leaker is the price of the upcoming editions, which are Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater Standard Edition at $70 US and the Collector's Edition at $200 US. All right. Brothers, the Final Shape DLC for Destiny 2 requires a 300 gigabyte preload on PC. That is substantial, dude. On June 4th, the Final Shape, Destiny 2's long-awaited key update, will be released globally on all platforms. Recently, preload information surfaced online highlighting some monumental and mind-blowing storage requirements. There are methods to the madness. It was revealed that on Steam, users will need to have 299.7 gigabytes of free storage space to preload the update, but that's being put down to how Steam handles updates. The Final Shape is large. It's not a small thing on any platform, but on PC, the Final Shape is a swole beast, ready to devour your drives, temporarily at least. Once the update has been installed, the old version of Destiny 2 will be installed as the new version is layered over the top, ultimately slicing down the total installation size by around half. Just needs that extra wiggle room to deliver said update. The full breakdown of the Final Shape's install size on all platforms. PS5, 143.81 gigs. PlayStation 4, 110 gigs, actually closer to 111. Xbox One, 140. Xbox Series X and S, 166. Steam, 300. Epic Games, 280. Microsoft Store, 156. It's significant, that's for sure. It's a contender for one of the biggest single update installs in gaming history, and it might just take the prize. I just can't be bothered to do the research. On June 3rd, the Final Shape will be deployed after 10 a.m. Pacific time on most platforms, but Bungie has advised, in an effort to decrease server load, some PlayStation users may be able to pre-download update 8.0.0.1 starting on June 1st after 10 a.m. Pacific time. Despite the name, the Final Shape doesn't mark the end of Destiny 2, which was released way back in 2017. Bungie is still hard at work on the game, we just don't know what's coming next. That is crazy, dude. 300 gigs. Jesus. All right, man, here we go. Unfortunately, more layoff talk. Intercept Games begins layoffs despite Take-Two comments. Earlier this month, Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick, whom I will have a video potentially live on YouTube tonight, discussing the ridiculousness of who Strauss Zelnick is and his quotes about things like, our consumers like paying more money for games and stuff like that. I mean, this guy has got just some absolutely idiotic quotes. But I'll have some stuff up probably tonight. I've got a few individual news segment articles we've covered that'll probably have their own YouTube videos coming up very, very quickly. Responded to the rumors the company was shuttering OlliOlli World developer Roll7 and Kerbal Space Program 2 developer Intercept Games amid cost-cutting measures. Internal documentation from Bloomberg showed that Take-Two was proposing to shutter Roll7, but did not mention Intercept Games. Zelnick said the company did not shutter its studios, but instead rolled out a cost reduction plan to save $165 million in existing and future costs by cutting spending, canceling projects, and laying off 5% of its staff. Living in fantasy world. Yeah, basically. I think that's the thing. You hear people like, you're talking about a CEO of somebody like a massive company like Take-Two, which obviously owns like Rockstar, right? And that the CEO of this company is saying things like, and dude, he was even referring to, you'll see it whenever it goes live, but he was referring to a game like NBA 2K21 or 22 when they made that game $70. He was referring to that game. And he was like, yeah, our consumers, like paying more for our games. And it was like, brother, what? Get out of here, dude. You're an idiot. Like, there's no way, man. You're so stupid. These people live, absolutely live in some kind of fantasy world, dude. You're absolutely right. The biggest announcements from PlayStation's Summer State of Play. So we're going to recap this and then make sure we have all of our showcases lined up in these two articles. So that's all this will be. But let's recap the PlayStation Showcase we watched together last night, all right? The biggest announcements from PlayStation's Summer State of Play. So, PlayStation put on its second State of Play event of the year last night. PlayStation correctly decided the best way to ensure its forthcoming lineup of games gets the most attention is to put on a show before everyone else puts on theirs. This is the way they've been doing this over the past few years. The 30-minute presentation featured 14 different games. The first 10 minutes of the presentation was literally just Concord, and I'll be honest, it was not impressive, including fresh looks at Monster Hunter Wilds, Astro Bot, Concord, and Silent Hill 2, also not impressive. Along with the news that God of War Ragnarok would be coming to PC, nice. If you missed the show live, here's the biggest announcements and trailers. Silent Hill 2's remake hits PS5 and Steam in October. I think it's an October 8th release date, something like that. They might say right here. Yeah, still haven't seen anything about Pyramid Head. Dude, quite honestly, I'm not seeing anything real enticing about Silent Hill 2. I've always been skeptical. Bloober Team, like we talked about earlier, I don't know why Bloober Team was tabbed to do this game, other than maybe Konami got a good price. But I think it's showing. Astrobot. Yo, let's watch this trailer. We already watched Silent Hill 2 stuff today, so I'm not going to watch those trailers, but I'll link this for anything we don't watch. People can take a look at themselves. This Astrobot game looks dope, dude. Check it. If you didn't watch this with us last night, check this out. And we had heard this is coming our way, but getting to see the trailer is like pretty hype, dude. It looks really good. At least in my opinion. Parappa, dude. That was awesome. Tentacle's always good, right? I think it's gonna be a dope game, dude. You know, it reminds me of like, what were the Sackboy games? You know, and how big those games used to be for like PlayStation. Those were good games, and it feels like Astrobot has taken over where Sackboy like has fallen off for PlayStation as kind of like almost like an icon for them a little bit. Oh, dude, look, they're even talking about it here too. Sony's most adorable character, sorry, Sackboy, getting another outing. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It does feel that way, unfortunately. Sackboy was cool, man, but I think Astro's really taken over, dude. Yeah. Changing of the tides, dude. God of War Ragnarok coming to PC. We saw this. This was to be expected, I think. Again, what I've talked about before was this means that God of War Ragnarok is hitting within a 2-year, closer to a 2-year period of its release on PlayStation to coming. It's a little bit less than that, actually. A little bit less than 2 years from its release on PlayStation to coming to PC. Whereas 2018's God of War was about 3 years, right? And so this is PlayStation's plan of being more aggressive, bringing their proprietary first-party games from their platform to PC in a more aggressive manner, in a more timely fashion, I guess. You know, and this is us seeing that starting to roll out, right? So, September, what did they say? Like 18th? Somewhere around there, right? How do they not have that date in here? But, yeah. It's right around there. September 18th, something like that. Monster Hunter Wilds looks very wild. A new gameplay trailer. Let's watch this. I think this looks interesting. Again, I think what we have to be careful with here, this is obviously Capcom, right? Capcom, as we've seen previously, like with Dragon's Dogma 2, which we just played, and this will be more of a live service game. This is going to be a game where you're going to be probably more playing online with people and stuff like that, but if they're willing to do what they did with Dragon's Dogma 2 with microtransactions, one can only imagine what they'll be trying to implement in live service games moving forward, you know? So I think we have to be a bit worried about that front from Capcom. But the game does look fairly good. I'm only worried about the fact of, like, Monster Hunter World just felt so repetitive. And it just got old. The gameplay felt good. You know, it was good, it was interesting, it was fun, but it was so repetitive, you know, which made me always lose interest fairly quickly. And let's see Monster Hunter Wilds here. Take a look at this.
soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go.
Looks better
And
than
then we
Silent
can
Hill
get
2, am I
started.
right?
This is gonna be great.
You bet.
I
Jesus
hope we
Christ.
find them soon.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Incredible. I've never heard of a Karatnoth herd this big before.
One of them's got big spikes on its back.
Now to lead it away from the pack. We'll make for the desert.
Right. The sandstorm.
Yeah.
Now
I mean,
commencing the hunt by order of the guild.
again, I think that just from experience of playing Monster Hunter World, I think that something like this has potential. But I just think they need to. It looks very Monster Hunter, you know. Personally, I'm interested in what it will be like as far as an evolution over that, so it doesn't feel as just repetitive as Monster Hunter World. You know what I mean? Because like Monster Hunter World was fun to play, especially with like friends and stuff. It was cool, and it's got a lot of the same mechanics. You can see the same attacks, weapon types, stuff like that.
I've selected you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
And if it's just going to be more of the same, then for me, it's not going to be worth diving into. But I need to read more into it. Because yeah, just from the trailer, there's not enough to take away. I agree. Yeah, it was mostly cinematics. You're right. Agreed. There's a little bit of gameplay, but mostly cinematics. They've always done good with that, though. You know, they've always done good. Again, as somebody who played Monster Hunter World, I am not worried about gameplay mechanics, the monster variations, anything like that. I know they can do that. Oh, girl got back problems. Jesus Christ. I like that we're trying to like honestly discuss the game and everything, and here comes Vault Dog. So for me, again, I'll just go back to the fact that I think I'm not as worried about some of those aspects. No, you're fine, brother. You're fine. It's just funny. I'm not as worried about those kinds of things because I know they can do that well. I've seen it. They're just going to be building off of what they can. I've already seen them do well. I'm quite sure of that. It's more about, you know, is it just going to feel repetitive like their previous games have for me on, you know, in this series? I don't know. So Wilds is a follow-up to 2018's open world Monster Hunter World, which went on to become Capcom's best-selling game ever, topping the likes of Resident Evil, Street Fighter, and Devil May Cry. It was the first announced at the Game Awards last year. It's coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC sometime next year. So I think this is the thing that really I'm going to have to find out about. So Capcom is describing the new game as taking place in a living world. And I think that's what's going to make the difference for me, right? Is this going to be more of like an open world environment where you're just out roaming around and like, almost like a hunting party with your friends and stuff, and you know, it's going to be a more immersive on that front, as opposed to like where Monster Hunter World was just like, here's all the missions, and then you just drop into a map, and then you just fight a big monster and try to kill it before time's out. And I mean, it was just, I think that if they do this well on this, a living world, and depending on what that means for them, it could change and make this more immersive. It could make it more dynamic. It could make it feel less repetitive. And I think that's a big deal. When you're trying to evolve something, Monster Hunter World was good, but it felt real repetitive. And we'll just have to see what this means for them moving forward. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, here we go. Hey, Overwatch, can I copy your homework? NetEase Games debuted a new trailer for Marvel Rivals during Sony State of Play. Look, dude, you can't say, hey, Overwatch, can I copy your homework? With, just calling out NetEase here. You have to also call out the flippin' Concord bullcrap. They're both Overwatch clones, dude. I like that they just want to call out NetEase as an Overwatch clone when, both of them really feel very Overwatch-esque. Of course, Concord is more of an FPS kind of situation, but they're both basically that. They're both trying to clone the 5v5, 6v6 shooter situation that, Overwatch made popular. So, I'm not going to watch this Marvel Rivals stuff, dude. We've talked about it before. I think the big issue here is NetEase. NetEase is the developer behind this game. They're going to bait a bunch of people into this with the fact that it's Marvel Universe. They've got cool characters. I think one of the things that is really cool about the premise of this is that there will be certain characters that have like combo attacks that come from the same, you know what I mean? Like if you've got Spider-Man and Venom, then they can do combo attacks, or like Groot and Star-Lord, stuff like that, whatever, or Groot and Rocket, things of that. They'll have like combo attacks, which is cool. But NetEase has already shown their true colors, right? They've been trying to prevent even beta testers from saying anything negative about the game. That's a bad look. It's a really bad look. So be careful about Marvel Rivals, man. Another horror remake, Until Dawn, is getting remade. Close to a decade after it first launched, interactive slasher movie Until Dawn is getting a remake that's launching on both PS5 and PC this fall. Yeah. So did Until Dawn need a remake? Or should it have just been remastered? You know what I mean? I think this is one of those situations we talk about a lot. Remake versus remaster. What's an appropriate time for one versus the other? Does this type of game even really, at this point, necessitate a remake versus just remastering it? Yeah, and I don't know that it did either, Pinky. I don't know that it did either, dude. And then you talk about, we've compared it to things like yesterday we saw this and we're like, I don't know that this was necessary. That's quite often we see this kind of thing happen from these developers, and it feels more like a play on just being out of ideas and trying to do something safe and trying to really just bait money out of your, the fans of your titles. We've seen Naughty Dog do it recently. Naughty Dog did this with the remake, or not remake, but the remaster of The Last of Us Part 2. That game wasn't even 3 years old yet, and they remastered it. Dude, that's crazy, right? I mean, it makes them look very gross. taking advantage of people. And I know, dude, I'll get this this argument all the time when people will go, yeah, but if you already owned the game, you only had to pay like $5 or $10 for that. You shouldn't have had to pay crap. If you already own the game, you already supported that company, and you already bought that title, you should have gotten the upgrade for free. If they were really wanted to say thank you for supporting the game in the first place, you should have got it for free. There's no way you should have to have 3 years after it released. They're doing a remaster, and they're going to make you pay anything at all for the upgrade. Get wrecked. These companies are being weird about this, man, and it feels gross. It feels like they're taking advantage of us as consumers. Don't get me wrong. There's an appropriate time, like Dead Space. Dead Space being remade makes sense. Do the originals hold up? Absolutely. But I think there was a case for like Dead Space being modernized. You know, there was a case for Dead Space being modernized, and there were things that they couldn't necessarily do that I think they wanted to do probably back. And don't get me wrong, the original Dead Space is an absolute banger. It's really good, and I don't think they were even trying to take away from what was originally. But I think that a remake was good for it. You know, to modernize it a little bit. And, you know, I think remakes for games like that are also nice because remaking them will probably put the game in the hands of people that might not go back and ever play the originals anyway. So it gives people a taste of what the games are that might not have ever gone back and played the originals and stuff like that, you know. So there's an appropriate time and place for remakes and remasters. And sometimes there are just companies that make you feel like they're trying to get over on people, get over on consumers, get over on the fan base. And I don't really feel like Until Dawn needed this either, dude. Again, Ragnarok on PC this fall, September 19th. I was close. I was one day off. September 19th, Ragnarok coming to PC. That's big hype, dude. I talked about it. Infinity Nikki. This is big hype for our buddy Soup, you know. I don't know anything about this series of games, to be honest with you. But Soup, our resident, you know, troll. Soup was all over this yesterday. Resident Apple aficionado and just violence insider. You know, resident weeb. There you go. Also, that Soup's amazing. Soup's great peeps, dude. He keeps us on our toes. Soup's awesome, and Soup was really hyped about this, dude. Dynasty Warriors. Announcement trailer didn't give much away. We'll watch it real quick. Let me say something though. Let me bring something up here. Before we even watch this, let me just show you guys something. Tecmo, okay? So, list newer releases for Tecmo, okay? You want to talk about games that like some of their more recent releases that have been pretty bad? I don't know. This feels weird. What's this release stuff? It's not dating right. But you've got things like, you know, Wolong of Fallen Dynasty was a huge hype up for them. They baited a bunch of people into buying this game. It was pretty terrible performance-wise. Wild Hearts, same thing, dude. You know what I mean? This is a Tecmo game. And I think that when you're talking about this kind of... This was Square. So I'm not going to put that on Tecmo. And this was pretty good, and that's because it is Square. I don't think that everything they do is terrible, but I think you got to be a little bit concerned when they've got some of these mainline games that have had a lot of hype around them, and they've baited people into buying them, and they were wholly, you know, not ready to be released and unfinished. And Wolong was terrible. Wild Hearts, same thing. I mean, you can look at the reviews on these. There's mixed, and on release they were, I'm pretty sure, mostly negative because the performance of the games was so bad. So these are some of their more recent releases. Like you can see, both of these were early last year, and I think you've got to be careful here. You're talking about a company that's really good at playing the marketing game, right? Trying to hype games up and baiting people into getting excited about their products they're pushing out, but then not following through with the promise of either content and quite often performance as well, and that's unfortunate. So be very careful. Be very careful about Tecmo right now. I think there's just reason to be a little bit hesitant on the front of anything they're pushing out, But we'll watch the Dynasty Warriors stuff real quick.
Soldiers and officials alike oppress the people for personal gain, and the people must turn to thievery for food. Perhaps this is heaven's way of lamenting the state of the land. Men are powerless at the feet of the divine. But even so, someone must act.
I think the last time I played a Dynasty Warriors game was like on PS2, dude. Something like that. But it was fun though. Dude, the Concord stuff. So there's gameplay trailer again. If anybody didn't see the Concord stuff, I'm not gonna watch this trailer. It's, in my opinion, not very good. It's for the fact that they spent like an entire third of their showcase last night trying to promote Concord. There was a huge cinematic for it. This game, in my opinion, didn't look very good. Again, it feels like they're trying to make another Overwatch clone, but in an FPS vibe. It's like a 6v6 or 5v5 game. It looks a lot like Overwatch. It does not look like Apex to me, dude. They're saying it looks like Apex and Overwatch. No, it doesn't look like Apex to me. It looks like Overwatch. It looks slow. It looks clunky. And it gives like this vibe that they're trying to do exactly what Overwatch has done. And I don't know, it's not there for me. But this is their big cinematic thing they had too for it, which okay, whatever. You can watch the entire state of play here as well. And I don't know, that's the gist of it, man. So it was there was some good stuff, there was some lackluster stuff. A lot of the showcases tend to be like that, but we knew there wasn't going to be anything like substantial for proprietary first party stuff for them because they had already announced that earlier in the year. But that's the gist of it right there for what we got to watch together last night for the state of play stuff. Okay, guys, but there it is. It's linked in between Valorant and Overwatch. I agree. I thought the same thing. Good call, Vault. I thought the same thing last night when I was watching it. I was like, I caught some Valorant vibes in there as well. I agree. Much better comparison. I don't see Apex in there anywhere. At all. I don't know how the author got Apex out of that at all. Valorant and Overwatch, for sure. Absolutely agree, dude. Now, the last thing I'm going to bring up is this. Let's do schedule, pull that up. So obviously down here at the bottom of our schedule for gaming stuff, right? So we do this at the beginning of every year. We make our schedule, but I've made a new tab to try and track all of the showcases. The PlayStation Showcase was yesterday, so that was the 30th, and the time frame was what? 3 p.m. This was 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and we watched this. So this one's done, right? This would have been 11 p.m., correct? I'm not good with BST, but so PlayStation Showcase is completed, and we'll go ahead and just like orange that out or something. So now the other showcases that we have listed right now are starting on the 7th of June, right? And we don't know yet. So Ubi just got announced. We need to put the Ubi times in here. Let's go ahead and grab that real quick. Where's the list? Sir. What is this? Sir. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Oh, it was tripping me out. I hate it when it doesn't list them out. I'm not going to go through this. Okay, whatever. This is the list we have right now. Ubisoft just got announced for June 10th at 12, 3, and 8. Okay. Oh, this should have been 3. My bad. So this is going to be 2. There we go. Now, IGN Live and Nintendo. IGN Live, honestly, I don't care about. I'm not going to watch this. IGN Live, I'm just like so done with IGN anymore. And this is like a 3-day event also. So they just go like all 3 days where all these other showcases are happening. And it's just a lot of like filler material. It feels weird. I will not be watching this, dude. I'm just not going to do it. So I'm just going to mark this in red. We won't watch that. But it's just know that it's happening. I don't even know if they list. Yeah. Let's make sure. Access a bit 1, 2. Should be 15. That's right. So we got them all in here still. Okay. Nothing really new. We just got to update the Ubisoft times because those got announced. Okay, so still on track for starting our showcase watching with Accessibility Summer Showcase on June 7th. So basically the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th of June, dude, we're just going to be watching showcases most of those days. The 10th, we'll get like half a day in of gaming. The rest of these days, though, mostly are just going to be watching showcases together. So, it's like the weekend of... It's like next weekend. The Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Ubisoft will be on that next Monday. So, that's what we're going to do. Get ready for that. Cool. Yeah, man. That's the news, peoples. That's what we do's. That's the jam-a-lam. Cool. Awesome news segment, guys. Appreciate it. It was nice getting to recap stuff. I mean, it feels bad to kind of be of that mindset about Silent Hill 2, where I didn't even feel like staying live to watch it last night because I didn't figure it was going to be great and to, you know, be kind of right about it. I don't like being on track about games not being good. It's just the reality of the world we live in, you know what I mean? I want all games to be bangers, and but right now Silent Hill 2 is not looking too great, man. Unfortunately, that's a rough thing for fans of that series and those games. You know, it feels bad, but we'll see what comes. You know, first impressions mean a lot, but we'll see what happens by the time the game releases. You know, maybe it'll be better than we think it's going to be. Who knows? It's not looking great though. I don't think. Great news segment for the final day of May, guys, and it was cool getting to watch the PlayStation State of Play with everybody yesterday. Thanks for being here for it, and thanks for being here for the news segment today. We're gonna go play Ghost of Tsushima. I'll probably do about 4 hours of gameplay, and then we'll call it. because I'm gonna spend the rest of my Friday with my kids doing some stuff. Okay, so we'll get a nice 6 to 7 hour stream in, you know, and then I'll do a little bit of a shorter stream today because I've got the opportunity to do some stuff with my kiddos. So I'm gonna do that, man. But you guys rock. If anybody's hanging out today, you're not familiar with what we do, this is The Jam. Every day but Wednesday, we're live at roughly 6 a.m. CST CDT. That would be 7 a.m. Eastern or 4 a.m. Pacific time. We kick it off with video gaming news, just trying to stay current with what's happening in the industry all the way around, as well as promoting a healthier place for all of us as consumers of these products and lovers of video games, man. We also have an amazing community here. Awesome people, having a great time, spreading good vibes, being welcoming and inclusive, and just trying to also always have a safe space for people to come be a part of, and just cultivating an environment where people know they always have some place to go, where they've got friends, people they can lean on, and just have a good time enjoying video games, man. So if you can dig that, come be a part of it whenever we're live 6 days a week. We're always looking for more people to grow this amazing community in the right way, and you know, it's an awesome place to be. And I appreciate everybody that's always a part of making it what it is. You guys rock. So on that note, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. I'm not going anywhere. Stream's not going down. I'm just going to run us an outro real quick to kind of sum up this news segment. And as soon as it's over, I will be right back up here, and we will start getting ready for our gameplay for the rest of the day, all right? You guys rock. I'll see you in 1 second.